Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Saya Nur Zulaika binti Basharuddin. Saya dan juga kawan-kawan saya akan membentangkan National Water Policy iaitu dasar air negara. Memastikan kelestarian air memacu kemakmuran negara. For introduction, the National Water Policy is a long-term plan to ensure sustainable and secure water resource for the Malaysia. It's a focus on three pillars: water resource management, water supply, service, and sewerage service. The policy replacement the National Water Resource Policy 2012 to better address a challenge such as climate change, development, and water security. It's promoted proactive and data-driven approach to water management. The policy is led by the Petra and implemented together with the state's government, PBSN, and the National Water Council, which is MAN. Now you can see the slide. We got the three issues. First, indicated water supply. Second, climate change. And for sustainability and funding. So first, indicated water supply. The National Water Resource Study 2012 predict that water demands will increase by more than 50% by 2050. National Water Resource Study 2012. In addition, the IWRM Action Plan estimate that the regulated sector, which use around 60% to 70% of the country water supply, contributes to resource constraint when confronting with the increasing domestic water demands. Second is climate change. Heavy rainfalls cause floods that damage water infrastructure. Prolonged drought reduce water level in the river and dam, affecting water supply. And three, financial sustainability and funding. Current water traffic are too low to cover the actual cost of water service. The limits of maintenance upgrade and the long-term sustainability of the water sector. The main objective, which is economic objective, sustainable and high value economy, nurturing the water sector as a driver of economic growth, promote the circular economy by converting wasted water into the used resource, ensure financial sustainability through better tariff system and innovative funding, position Malaysia as a regional water hub by 2014. Social objective, inclusivity and people well-being. Which is ensure everyone has access to the safe water and sanitary stations, protect public health through clean water and proper sewerage management, increase public awareness on water conservation, explain water supply to rural and remote area. For the environment objective, protect water resource and ecosystem through IWRM, improve resilience to climate change. Climate change include the floods and through conserve water catchment area, forests, reduce river populations and improve the water quality. 4.3, as you can see the slide, environment's objective ecosystem.
Hi, my name is Marka. So I will continue part 5, part 6 and part 7. So part 5, the title is Actor Involved in the Policy, Program and Activity. So this, we have two elements. The first one, executive and legislative. So for executive, the executive branch, Prime Minister and government agency is responsible for planning, coordinating and managing the country water resource. It works together with the federal and state government to ensure a variable water supply and improve water management. For example, during the 2021 until 2022 Klang Valley water description, both government cooperate to strengthen infrastructure and reduce future restriction. For the legislative branch, Parliament and state assemblies create and pass law related to water management. Thus, law regulated water resource, protect water quality, and give authorities the power to enforce regulation. For example, the National Water Service Commission Act 2006 and the Selangor Water Management Board have to regulate to protect water resource. 5.2, Government Agency. Okay. For the government agency are responsible for implementation and coordinating Malaysia National Water Policy. Petra leads the coordinate water management between the federal government, state government and water agency. Agencies such as Spain, JPS, NEH, and LUAS have different roles, including regulating water service, monitoring river, conducting water research and protecting water resource. Thus, agencies work together to ensure a safe, reliable and sustained water supply. In summary, government agencies cooperate to manage water resource, improve water security and ensure sustainable water managed in Malaysia. 5.3, other than government, is civil society. Civil society organization NGO support the national water policy by raising policy awareness, protecting river, reducing pollution and encourage community participation. They work for the government and local community to monitor water quality, restore river and promote sustainable water management. So in summary, civil society have protect water ensure by educating the public, supporting conservating effort and working with the government to ensure clean and sustainable water for everyone. Point 6. implementation strategy of the policy. The National Water Resource Policy is implemented through strategy that ensures sustainable water management, environmental protection, and long-term water security. A key strategy is integrated water resource management (IWRM), which coordinate with the management of water, land, and related resources to develop economic, social, and environmental needs. It also promotes cooperation, water conservation, pollution control, and efficient use of water resources. For the summary here, the policy is implemented through integrated planning, cooperation, and sustainable management to ensure a safe, clean, and reliable water supply for present and future generations. Okay, 6.2, strengthening governance and institutional coordinator. So here, another important implemented strategy is strengthening governance and institutional coordinate among relevant agencies. Effective implementation of the National Water Resource Policy depends on strong cooperating between federal, state, and local governments, because water management often involves overlapping responsibility. So in Malaysia, different agencies are responsible for water supply, environmental protection, and river management. This strategy included improving law and regulation. The government may also introduce better data collection system and technologies monitoring to ensure proper water management and policy compliance. So in conclusion, the successful implementation of the National Water Resource Policy, it depends on effective strategy such integrated water resource management. Their strategy had to ensure sustainable water use, protect water resource from pollution, and guarantee sufficient clean water for the future generation. Okay, 4.7 is evaluation on the effectiveness of the policy. SWOT element have strength. Resource policy is provide a comprehensive framework for sustainable water resource management and promote cooperation between federal and state government. For example, in Malaysia, integrated resource water management (IWRM) across many river basins support the protection of major water. It's like Ulu Muda Forest Reserve Kedah, which supply water to Kedah, Penang, and Perlis. Promote water conservation campaign like Save Water by water operator and government agency. Okay, the second SWOT element, weakness for resource policy is implementation is inconsistent due overlapping responsibility, limited funding, and against infrastructure. For example, in Malaysia, water management responsibility are divided between federal and state government, causing coordination issue. Enforcement against river pollution remains inconsistent despite existing regulation. The third SWOT element is opportunity. For resource policy, the policy can leverage the new technology, environmental initiative to improve water sustainability. Okay, for example, in Malaysia, expansion smart water management system using digital sensor to detect leak. Another thing is increase public awareness campaign, encourage water saving practice. Another one is development of wastewater recycling system to reduce releasing on treated water supply. Okay, for the conclusion is the National Water Resource Policy has strengthened Malaysia approach to sustain water management by encouraging integrated planning, conservation, and improved water security. However, its effectiveness is limited by fragmented government against infrastructure and inconsistent enforcement. Moving forward, investment in technology, strong cooperation between federal and state authorities, and stricter pollution control will be essential to ensure reliable, substantial water supply while addressing challenge from climate change and rapid environment development.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zulfadi bin Abdul Rahman. Student ID is 2025609862639042. My assignment, I can describe my assignment is National Water Policy Malaysia. Number 8 is recommendation. At point 1, integrated river basin management IRBM. Issue is the Pahang rivers is currently experiencing shallowing of in several areas due national sedimentation that has accumulated over a long period. This shallowing slow and down water flow and increases flood risk, including in the Pekan area, where receding flow water are delayed because the river's estuary has become slower. The slower estuary hidden water from the flowing to the sea, thereby prolonging the duration of flow and directly impacting the daily life of the people. Proposal in integrated rivers basin management is a process of the coordination in the conservation, management, and development of the water resources, land and related resources across all the sectors in river development. IRBM and the mechanism benefit for the overall economic resources and at the same time purpose of the restore the ecosystem of the air resources. 8.2 is address the impact of the climate change on neutral system. The issue is climate change has the most critical issue of the country, profoundly affected the interest world, including in Malaysia's situation in the tropical with a hot and humid climate year around. Our country is increasingly feeling the impacts of this global development across various aspects, ranging from daily weather pattern to national economic sustainability. Malaysia is now experiencing a higher frequency of the extreme weather event compared to private decided usually have the rainfall has the cost flash flood in the major city such as Kuala Lumpur, Johor Bahru and Kota Baru, while the prolific dry spell have the place strain on the water supply and the agriculture sector. Proposal, the government introduced the barrier measure in the dealing with the climate change combating various aspects, much of the reduction of the greenhouse gas in emission, the use the renewable agency environment protection as the increased public awareness and education about climate change. The government also introduced a national adaptation plan for the climate change to increase the country relation and preparedness agency to effect of the climate change. Among the plans that introduced are the construction of the climate resistant infrastructure, improve water resource management as well as agriculture management and the food security. That introduced plan is a sustainable effort by the government to reduce vulnerability to the adverse effect of the climate change. Number 9 is conclusion. Conclusion. In the conclusion, the national water policy established a vital proactive framework to the transform Malaysia water sector by holistically integrating water resource management, water supply, and the sewage service, spread by the Ministry of Energy Transition and the Water Transport Petra, and alongside the National Water Concurrent (MEN), the policy aimed to drive to economic growth in the circular economy, guarantee equitable access to clean water, and to protect critical ecosystem. Where is the comprehensive strategy and the emphasis on public participation, significant threat and successful implementation must overcome weakness like fragmented federal state government with environmental enforcement and law tariff structure. Moving forward, leveraging advanced digital monitoring and public-private partnership will be critical to counter service threats from climate change, rapid urbanization, and rising water demands. Ultimately, the long-term success of this policy depends to strengthening institution coordination, including state legal enforcement, and adopting recommended practices like integrated river basin management (IRBM) and the National Habitation Plan to secure resilient water sustainability for the future in the generation. Okay, thank you.